So, how many are we? 4. Mr. Mwale has left. Okay, so this is 21:14. Mama Karo, muri ku milimo? Madam Karo,
Ngo
muri ku
yazuba
milimo?
mwana.
Oh, lelo muri hazuba.
Nevugo. Yamwana ngulira yazuba.
No, tasakira chikuma mwana wakati lelo munapazuba nakwata ko ku majiko. So let's see if we can have 2 more in.
I didn't even greet you. Mwacha mbona mulingashiri.
Tulika kanawa ngashiri yenu.
Kana wa mwana.
Tasakira chikuma bali ngachiri kuzuba.
Mwata Salipako mulingachi kuzuba kulika kana.
Mwane vule mwane.
Mwata Salipako mulingachiri.
Wata Salipako ngweni.
Mwata just
nakashiwa.
Gachiri.
Mwane ngulikana mulinga chili na yenu.
Kana wa mwana.
Mwane.
Mwata Salipako ngweni nakashiwa mwatu wanaweza kucheka namo lula lukwao. So izangaka na
Ukashiwa is what?
Ukashiwa is tied up. Like I'm tied up.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm tied up with something. So munakashiwa.
Okay.
Oh, I'm busy. That's I'm munakashiwa. So mkikwa mumwane. Let's see which 2 people can join us. Our topic for today is just a small one. I've prepared a small topic today so that we won't take much time, but it will be first come, first serve, I'm sure. Mama Karo, bana na bazukulu bali ngachiri.
Baga kana wose na mwana.
Bazukulu munabejiwa.
Grandkids.
Grand what?
Grandchildren.
Yes. Okay, chamwanza chikuma kuvangie munabejiwa bazukulu. Emwani. Okay, who can come in before we kickstart the class? Matamwale zangana fumuho network ya mshopo ninga chiringana kango jibireko. Mr. Banda kande zenga ati na kocha batumbi. Niye nakula shima na batumbi. Atujibireko. Mama Betsheba chingoloshi mwane. Your mic is off or is mute. Mama Betsheba chingoloshi mwane wakwetwe.
Chunguloshi mwani mulinga chili mwani
Tulika kana wanga chili wakwetu.
tulikanawa
Valinga chili kuzuo wamwata wenu na bana.
valinga chili wose na
Etwosena kuno wali Khaka nawa nga kiri eno kwali nga kiri wosena.
Balinga chiri.
You say wali Khaka nawa.
Balikanawa. Balikanawa.
Yes,
So,
that's their offering.
yeah.
Yes. Mwata mwale mwayanga mwani.
Money. Sorry, I went off. I'm back.
Okay.
Money.
No, we understand. Yes. So now time check is 21:20. So I'm sure with the number of students or learners who have joined, I can start. Those who will come, they will find us on the revision. Ngena weza washika hana watu wanatu na kutuka kuhitulu kama emwane. So today's topic or lesson ya lelo tutakwenda to I'm not sure it was already taught, although I consulted to some of the teachers, they said not really, but if it was taught, then it will be a best revision to everyone to recall what you were taught, maybe before my absence, sorry, before my presence, before I came in. So our topic for today, we talked on that totally hatanga, my family, like how do I call people in my family, like how do I address them, especially like tata, father, mother, uncle, auntie, sister. In Luvale, how do we address those people? How are they called in Luvale? Like, so talking that tally on my family. I wanted to call it a family tree, but a family tree has got a big number of branches like to divert. But next week I may continue with the same topic, looking at on the other side of the family. Like I'll give example to myself. Like my family, where my blood is coming or where I'm tapping my blood, that's my family. Now there's another family where maybe my wife is based. So how do I call those people again? That other side of the family, or where my husband is based. How can I call those people in terms of in-laws now? How can I address them in Luvale as not Africa ngwetubeya Mulvale, those my in-laws Mulvale, not Africa ngachip. So next week, if by God's grace, I may touch that type of a family now. But this time, lelo, family tinakutala lelo, chipwe tanga tinakutala lelo, naipwa tanga, where you are tapping your blood. Yes, the bloodstream family type of family like M1. So to start with, let me bring in my first teaching aid. My first teaching aid will be this one. Here, that's my first teaching aid. My family, Mulubale, Tangayami, or Vatangajami, like, but Tangayami, that's my family now. Tangayami, that's it, my family. Tangayami. Let me try to type it in the chat. Tangayami, that's it, my family. That's Tangayami, my family. Tangayami. Tangayami, that's it, my family. So in other words, also Tangayami, it also means my relative. In other words, my relative, that's Tangayami. So today we want to look at this type of stream of family members. This is stream of where we have got a mother, a daddy, a uncle, that route. Before we look on the other side, where we have the in-laws. Yeah, so that's where we can have Yes. So thank you so much, Matarufunda, for helping us with that. So the first one, uh, sun, sun, mwanami walunga. That's sun. Sun is mwanami walunga. That's sun. If you say my son, still more it goes with mwanami walunga. My son, mwanami walunga. Son is still mwanami walunga. That's son, mwanami walunga. My son or son, that's mwanami walunga. Or but if mwana walunga, it can be son or it can be a boy. Why I used son? Because I'm trying to get the family root. Like I said, I'm talking on the family. If I'll say a boy, maybe I'm just elsewhere. So a boy is mwana walunga. That's a boy. Mwana walunga. Remove me. Mwana walunga is boy. But son, meaning now your son or my son or her son or his son, that is mwanami walunga. Mwanami walunga. That is my son or son. My daughter or daughter. My daughter or daughter. Mwanami wa Pwevo. Mwanami wa Pwevo. That's daughter or my daughter. Mwanami wa Pwevo. So lunga, that's a boy now. Pwevo, that's a girl. So mwanami wa lunga, that's like my boy son. Or I don't know if that English is correct. Apologies. Yeah. Mwanami wa lunga, my son, who is a boy. Mwanami wa Pwevo, my daughter, who is a girl. Father, father, that's tata, tata. So if you say my father, vatata, vatata. So if you put VA at first, meaning you are now adding a respect. You are now adding a respect, which is a common thing in Luvale. Luvale, they are rich of respect in everything they say. You find that respect is involved. So there is, I'm sure previously you have been checking, we say Vamwata Banda, Vamwata Mwale, or Vamwata Chinyemba. Why we use Baba, we are trying to respect, or the language is full of respect in short. So Va, it can be respect, or it can be it can symbolize the plural. Plural. That's meaning a lot now. Va. You see, Vatata can be Vatata na Vamama. That's the fathers and mothers, or that's Vatata, or like I say, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Vatata na Vamama. Ladies and gentlemen, Vatata na Vamama. Meaning it's a group now of people. But also you can use Vatata as one person, which is my father. You are now respecting my father. That's Vatata. But if you're just saying father, the word father, it's tata. The word father is tata in Luvale. Yeah, I'm sure in Luvale sometimes when a child is too young, they is now learning how to speak. They will do like there's some, how can I say, some signs or some techniques they use to make that baby start knowing some words. The first word the baby usually learn, excuse me, is tata. That's the first word the baby learns in Luvale. Tata. How do they learn? They learn it by like tatata, tatata, like you do tatata. You vibrate your lips. Tatata, you are making them to learn. So the first word they learn is tata, mainly the babies in Luvale. So you find that they will, meaning they are now used that tatata, that vibration of lips. So tata is the father, but watata, meaning you are now captioning a respect to it with by saying my father. Same as mama, mother, mama. The word mother is mama. But if you say my mother, which is a respect form, you are now saying wa mama. You add a VA by making it wa mama. You see? Wa mama. So, uncle, uncle, natu, natu. So, the word uncle is natu. Again, if you say my uncle, which is a respect, meaning you should also add a VA to natu, which becomes vanatu. Vanatu. Note, va is a respect when you are captioning it to a human being. It should be a respect. You see? So, vatata, vamama, vanatu, that is respect. But the word itself is mama, tata, and or na, natu. That is the actual word of uncle, natu, mother, mama, father, tata. You see? So, like I said, if you add VA, meaning you are respecting. So, in English, my mother, that's a respect already. But now, when you come to my son, someone may say, can you say Vamwanami? No, you can't say Vamwanami because that one is a young person. So, and you can't, yes, you can give him or her respect, but not in that type of respect, because those are the ones supposed to give you respect, not you giving them in terms of addressing them. You can't address them with a respect manner, but you respect them as a parent. But them now, they should address you with respect. That's how we can't say Vamwanami Walunga or Vamwanami wa Pwevo. No, you can't make that because those are your kids, which should respect you. You can respect them, but not by addressing them as big people. No. Mainly when we say va, this person is either big or is holding a big position in other words, yes. Like the way it is Mr. President. Yeah. So you can add va by addressing him because he's holding a big position. So that's how it works. And I don't know if the spelling for aunt is called, sorry, I'm sure it is aunt. Tata Pwevo. Aunt Tata Pwevo. Yes, Auntie Tata Pwevo. That's Aunt Tata Pwevo. Yes. So that's your Aunt Tata Pwevo. Mainly aunties in Luvale. In Luvale means aunties are those who are the elder sisters to your dad. Those are your aunties. Yes. I don't know how it's followed in English, but in Luvale, the one who is the elder sister to your dad, that is your aunt. But the young sister, yes, Mr. Jason.
Ngulina Chihula.
Brington.
So, what do you call the younger sister of your father?
Yes, young sister of your father in Luvale, unless maybe Mr. Funda can correct me, but in Luvale, sometimes young sister of your father, you can just call them mama, the mom.
Okay.
It's like your mother. Yeah, it's just like your mother. But
And-
aunties mainly are the elder sisters to your dad. That is your
What,
aunt.
what about sisters of your mom?
Those are your mothers as well.
Okay.
Yes, they are also mothers, but your tata Pwevo mainly are those who are the elders sister of your dad. But also sometimes the young sisters to your dad, they are considered to be your aunties. But with the one of the researches I did last time, I was told like your aunt should be the one who is elder sister to your dad. But the young sister to your dad, that's your mom in Luvale. Yeah, unless I got the wrong information from the person I was asking. But if Mr. Lufunda is still there, or you have time, will be able to advise us properly on some, if there are any corrections. But all in all, I can say generalizing, your sister can be the young sister or the older sister to your dad is your aunt, if we put in that general way, meaning tata Pwevo. Tata Pwevo. Then cousin, musonyami. Musonyami, that is cousin. Musonyami, that is cousin. Musonyami, that is cousin. So you can't say Vamusonyami. You can say it Vamusonyami, but it will not sound exact. Yes, it will not sound the grammar there. It won't be. It won't match properly in short. Instead, you can just say Musonyami. Yes, because Musonyami, despite maybe being even older than you, those are considered to be like your age mates because you are in the same class, in short, in terms of family grouping. You are in the same class because this one is only is born from a dad. This one is born from a brother, from a sister. They give children. Those are one class, so they can't really start. They can respect one another, but their respect it will be found at a different stage again. Yeah, sometimes you can as you call them. Some of them may call them my sisters, my brothers, but I'm sure the correct relationship there is cousin. Yes, so brother and sister are those who are born direct from your mother and your dad. But if they are born from your uncle or from your aunt, those, shall we call them, cousins. Okay. So any question on this photo we have just discussed before we go to the next one? Mr. Banda, welcome.
Emone. Mwane vule emone.
Martha,
Yes, Madam Karo.
on cousin Musonyami, meaning my cousin.
Yes.
So it's always spelled like
Yes.
that. It can't be like Musoni because I've seen somewhere where it's spelled as Musoni.
Musoni, yes. Musoni, that is the cousin, yes. Musoni, that's cousin.
So minus
Then
the
Musonyami,
Ami.
so Musonyami, that's now like I can say my cousin, yes. So my cousin is Musonyami. But Musoni, yes, I can say no. Musoni, echize kuno, like cousin come here, Musoni echize kuno. Or Musoni twaya kuno, you see? So Musoni, that is the ending of cousin. So Musonyami, but sometimes Musoni, people who it will sound like it's like pending. It's like it's not complete. But Musoni, yes, is the correct word, which is Musoni. But Musonyami, that's my cousin. Yes, you are right, Madam Caro. So Musonyami, my cousin. Musoni, that's cousin. Yes, that's how it can also be put. Any other question before we go to the next one?
Yeah, I've got the question.
Yes, Mama Betsheba.
Can you add on hand? Can you add VA, like you say, Tata Pwevo?
Yes, so auntie, you can add a VA and say Vatata Pwevo. Yes, auntie, you can add a VA and say Vatata Pwevo. Yes, it's fine one. You can add as respect. My aunt Vatata Pwevo. My uncle Vanatu. My mother Vamama. My father Vatata. So big people with these, I'll in short, big people you can add a. So I can say va Betsheba, meaning I've just that va is just I'm giving respect. Va Betsheba, I'm giving respect. But your name is Betsheba. Yeah, you see. So I'm sure you have heard some people saying like if your name say Bemba, someone say yeah, aba niba banda. I'm not ba banda, I'm banda, not ba banda. No, I'll just give you a respect. You see, some people who try to run away from that. No, I'm not a banda, I'm banda. Just call me banda, not a banda. So that's your real name, yes, but that ba is added as a respect. So va as Luvale now we use VA. That's va. So Vatata Pwevo. Yes, Madam Betsheba, you can add Vatata Pwevo by adding VA as a respect. Or maybe there are two. You have got two aunties. So say Vatata Pwevo ababalia, bose babali Vatata Pwevo. Both two are my aunties, meaning bose babali Vatata Pwevo. So va also can be a respect, or it can be grouping a number of people or things at some point. Any other question? Tutasakira mu maneno yetu. Who is this one? Mr. Band. Is there Mama Pwevo? No, we don't have Mama Pwevo. Okay, I'll try to find out why it's called Tata Pwevo. Like I said, Tata Pwevo, mainly in Luvale, is someone who is older than your dad. The reason why they call him Tata Pwevo, last time I asked, though it has been long, why they call him Tata Pwevo. I was told, or sorry, why they call her Tata Pwevo. I was told it's called Tata Pwevo because anytime she can be your dad. Like, he being the older person, she can also act like your dad. That's what I was told. Meaning she has got that responsibility or rights of being like your dad. That's why they call him Tata Pwevo, because he's the elder sister to your dad. So meaning she has got those rights or responsibilities of being a dad to you. You see, that's why they call him Tata Pwevo, because he's older than your dad. That's the reason now. That's the answer I was given. Although I wasn't really convinced much, but I had to understand it and carry along with it. That's why I said the young sister to your dad, she won't be addressed as Tata Pwevo because he's a young sister to your dad, meaning that one will be just like your mother. But yeah, the elder sister to your dad, that is your Tata Pwevo, because her now, she's older than your dad, and again she can act or have those responsibilities as your dad. Meaning you yourself and your dad, your auntie can sit you down and start shouting at you. Meaning both of you are more like you are more like her children. So if I'll give an example, if that is the firstborn in the family is a lady. God forbid, I'm just giving an example. If the first family in the family, the firstborn is a lady, and then the grandma, God calls her. That lady, who was the firstborn, that lady, what automatically becomes like a grandmother in the family. Why? Because she is the old lady now. She's the one holding everyone. They're looking up to her as the older person they have. You've seen the point now where it's coming from. That's what. Yes, Mr. Mwale. Ban.
Okay, yeah, Miss, Mwatamale, okay, Mwatakasia. I know you're confused between Banda because and Mwale because of coming from the same
Okay.
territory.
Yes.
The other one,
Yes.
the
Yes,
northeast.
Mr. Mwale.
Yes, I could be, of course, corrected. I know you've said that's maybe the question that is coming to say Mama Pwevo, because we know that in our traditional setup, we have aunties. Aunties will come from our father's sisters,
Okay.
or they'll come from our mother's brothers' wives.
Yes.
Okay, those would be called aunties. Now,
Yes.
where I come from my mother's side, we also use this like the one who says batata pweo, but we say batankashi. Okay, we say batankashi, meaning that is my father woman, if you like.
Yes.
She's
Yeah.
father, but in the woman setup configuration.
Yes.
So from where I come from, both the younger one and the older one will be batankashi. They have certain rights. They have certain rights. They like sitting my father. They are my father.
Okay.
So I know for Luvale, why only the older one, and then the younger one should be called a mother. I don't know. I thought mothers would come from the mother. The young or older sisters to the mother then would be mama, mama. And you can help us saying circular mind.
Okay, Tasakura Chikuma. Yo. So yes, so like I said in the first place to say, Batata Pwevo mainly are those who are the elder sisters to your dad. The reason is because those people, they can act like your dad. Come rain, come sunshine. Like I just said to say, they can sit you down, both you and your dad. If your dad, he has got an elder sister, that elder sister, she has got the right to sit down your dad and kumukalipira, like in Bembe, kumutenukira. You see, mom tenukira, like as if she's talking to her own child. The reason is the big person in the family. Like I said, when the grandma or the mother dies, and then the firstborn was the head, that firstborn becomes like a mother in the family because everyone now will be looking up to her. Then, but there's if the young sisters to dad, those they'll be my aunties, but in Luvale setup, they can't bear that name as my aunties because their attitude, their responsibility or the powers they have, they can't really act like my dad at a point where maybe they can shout dad, meaning they have to respect dad, meaning they'll be like my mother's just. But my aunt, who is above dad now, my elder sister to dad has to respect that one now. So that one now holds more powers than the young sister to dad. So that's some explanation I was given. As I said, let me not consider much. Take much time on this because I may mislead everyone at the end of it. But I'll try to figure out more information and find out. Then next week, when I'll continue the family of the other side, I'll be able to give you why this is called in this way. But that's the little information I have right now. Then you said that my uncle's wife is also my aunt. Yes, my uncle's wife is also my aunt. So I'll give you a little bit of information which I know about that as well as we reach on that point as well. So far, for now, let me get any question here before we cross over to the next point. Okay, so now let me add my next chart. Our next chat for my family today is this one. That's my next chat. Even examples are included. So my next chat is the grandmother. Grandmother, Khaka wa Pwevo. Grandmother, Khaka wa Pwevo. Grandfather, Khaka wa Lunga. Khaka wa Lunga. So you find that in Luvale, both grandmother and grandfather, they are called Khaka. Whether Chipewa Lunga, Chipewa Pwevo, whether a man or a woman, whether a man or a lady, both, when they are grandparents, both will call them Khaka. Unlike from these other local languages in Zambia, some are called Vashkulu, some are called Bambuya. But as Luvale, it's only Khaka. You can on that I'm talking about a grandfather when I say Vakaka Walunga, meaning I'm talking about my grandfather. But when I'm talking about grandmother, I have now to say Vakaka Vapwevo, my grandmother. VA Vakaka Vapwevo. VA Vakaka Walunga. Kaka Walunga, that's grandfather. Kaka Wapwevo, that's the grandmother. Okay, so that is the way grandmother. The word grandmother is Kaka Wapwevo. You see, grandfather is Kaka Walunga. My grandfather Vakaka Walunga. Where there's WA, I'm now putting Vakaka Walunga. Vakaka, I'm giving respect to grand, the word grand on it, Vakaka. Then father again, which is Lunga, Valunga, I'm again giving another respect, Vakaka Valunga. I can't say Vakaka Walunga. No, Vakaka Walunga is correct, but I'm disrespecting the word Lunga, which is his God-made status as a man. I'm disrespecting his manship. You see, I'm disrespecting by mentioning Walunga. So I'm disrespecting his manship. If I say Kaka Walunga, and if I say Vakaka Walunga, no, I can't say Vakaka Walunga, no. I say Vakaka Walunga, meaning I'm giving respect to the manship as well as a father. You see? So grandmother Vakaka, my grandmother Vakaka Wapwevo. But the word grandmother is Kaka Wapwevo, meaning old lady, that is Kaka Wapwevo, old lady. Then old man, that's Kaka Walunga. Sister, yaya / o songo yami Wapwevo. Sister, yaya / o songo yami Wapwevo. The reason I've put this is sister can be your elder or young. That is a sister. Can be young sister or elder sister. So yaya, it's carrying the elder. Songo is carrying the young, or it is simply saying young, that's songo. Young, songo yami. Songo yami meaning my young. Yaya yami, that's my elder. So my elder sister, yaya yami Wapwevo. Some will go faster by saying yaya yami Wapwevo. They are omitting one year, which is with yami there. The yami year, the first year to yami is being omitted or is being silenced by just saying yayami wa Pwevo. Yayami wa Pwevo. But in the actual is yayami wa Pwevo. You see, that's yayami wa Pwevo. That's my elder sister. If you say songo yami wa Pwevo, meaning my young sister. Songo yami wa Pwevo, my young sister. Then brother, same style also on sister, brother. Yaya stroke songo yami walunga. Brother, yaya stroke songo yami walunga. Meaning he can be my elder brother or my young brother. So if he is my elder brother, I should say yaya yami walunga. Others will omit the ya to yami as the just combining it, saying yayami walunga. Yayami walunga. They will silent the ya to yami by just saying yayami walunga. So examples, I've put examples in Luvale. We have to translate this to English.
Mata.
I don't. Yes, Mata
Mata.
Band. Oh, sorry, Mata Mwale. Yeah,
Mata
sorry. I
Kasia.
keep on.
Please use Kasia.
Oh, Mr. Kasia. Okay.
Yes, use
Okay,
Kasia.
Mata Kasia.
Avoid my brother, my cousin. Okay,
Okay,
so
yes.
I was going to ask on the sister.
Yes.
Yaya mi wa Pwevo.
Mm.
Or yaya yami wa Pwevo. And the other word that I have learned is ndumbwami over the years. I've learned it over the years. So ndumbwami, how is that a Luvale word? Ndumbwami, and does it only apply to the sister? Or is that also a mix of both sister, older and young? Ndumbwami.
Okay. Thank you so much. Ndumbwami is if you hear someone says Ndumbwami, yes, mainly people, but Ndumbwami, you can even, if a sister can call a guy also, or sorry, a man to say Ndumbwami, but mainly people use Ndumbwami to a sister. Ndumbwami in Luvale, when I say Ndumbwami, meaning my fellow Christian, that's Ndumbwami. My fellow Christian, because a Christians that's bakakwita but Ndumbwami, that's my fellow Christian, you see, or my relative in Christ, like those Ndumbwami. So that's why the Ndumbwami comes in now, you see. But why do people use Ndumbwami on ladies sometimes? Ndumbwami is like my relative, you see, like my relative. That's Ndumbwami. I can use that word relative as in Ndumbwami, my relative as in Ndumbwami. So you find Mr. Mwale, your wife, I can say Ndumbwami alingachiri, meaning I'm just saying how is my relative. You see, I'm trying to get a relationship to your wife as how is he my relative or how is my sister. You see,
Okay.
but yes,
Okay.
but Ndumbwami is not really a word to say to call sister. No, it's not really just a word that they can call a sister. No, even you maybe let me say my wife. If my wife, she can ask Madam Betsheba to say Ndumbwami alingachiri, meaning how is my relative who is your husband now, who to be your husband, how is he my relative? That means Ndumbwami alingachiri is just trying to say how is my brother. So Ndumbwami is not really maybe a word for describing one gender of my sister. No. And Ndumbwami is someone who is like your relative, But
Oh.
mainly Ndumbwami are those Christian-related family members in Christian life.
Okay, so like I did the other time, I thought Matabanda, I said Ngachili Ndubwami, and Ngachili Ndubwami. Of course, he was insisting on me saying Lisano. Now, so
Yeah.
that would mean asking how's my sister or how is my relative there in that house?
Yes, exactly. That's how it is.
Right,
So, M1, so Mkyukom. So Ndumbwami is like how is my relative, or how is he my sister? Then it can be how is my brother? Meaning Ndumbwami Aringachiri. Meaning you are now trying to say yes, how is those relative that's other side there? But Ndumbwami is not really like for a sister only, or is for one gender, no. But in Ndumbwami, the Luvale, when you say Ndumbwami, when I say Ababa Ndumbwami Aba, meaning we go to the same church in Luvale, we are saying, no, Mr. Mwale, our Kiko and Ndumbwami, these, meaning these are my we congregate together, in short. We congregate together at the same church or at the same religion place like. So Ndumbwami means people you congregate together, your fellow Christians, those Vandumbo M1. Unless there's any other question before we go into examples. I've seen some people have come on board as well. Mr. Jackson, don't have any other question on this page?
Not yet, but natumona.
Natumona. Okay. Tasaku ya chukum. I can see Mama Chilombo. Munatuwani one. Okay. Actually, by the way, she's on her way coming. Tasaku ya chukum. Okay. So, now on examples, today it's a different style. On examples, I don't have the copy for English. Not that I didn't want to create it, but I had just to abandon it. But I'll create it and then I'll send it in the group. But for today, what will happen is we'll translate this together. One reads, the others will be there. Or when one reads and translates, we're able to correct one another at the end of it. I want us to debate properly. Yeah. So then after that, now I can bring in the English sentences in the WhatsApp group. So today, I only have a copy for Luvale questions. So the for Luvale questions, not for Luvale, but for Luvale questions. So number one, how many students I've got? Mr. Banda,
Examples.
Eman Vinjikizo Muluvale, Mr. Banda, Mr. Mwali, Mr. Jason, Madam Betsheba, Madam Caro, network ya mchini. Okay. So I'll start with Madam Betsheba. Mama Betsheba, tutangire nuko mukuku wakabanga, the first sentence on examples, which is in Luvale, then help us to put it in English with the simple sentence, or with a simple way you may know it, using the words that you can understand. Try to help us putting it in Luvale. So in English after reading. Mama Betsheba.
One. Vachinyemba vakiko vatata.
Again.
Vachinyemba vakiko vatata.
Vachinyemba vakiko, not vakiko. No, don't read vakiko. Say vakiko vatata. So read it again.
Vachinyemba vakiko vatata.
Yes. So in English,
Mr. Chinyemba is my father.
okay. Who can second Madam Betsheba?
I second her.
Okay, Mr. Kasia also is raising a hand. Are you seconding?
Emwane.
Okay, tasakuya. So, Vachinyemba, Vakiko, Vatata. Like I said, I don't have an English copy for today, meaning we shall discuss this question together and then rub it off. We go to another one. But anyone with a different version?
Vachinyemba ni
Before...
husband, not wish you.
Mr. Chinyemba is even in. Okay, I like that petition. Welcome, by the way.
Man.
Mr. Chinyemba. Actually, you should even read for us number 2, since you have petitioned that Mr. Chinyemba is your husband. You shall read number 2. But before we go to number 2, I want us to conclude with number 1. So, Vachinyemba, Vakiko, Vatata. Mr. Mwale, are you able to read this one in Luvale?
Which one, Mwani?
Number 1. We are still on number 1.
Vachinyemba, Vakiko, Vatata. Vachinyemba, Vakiko, Vatata.
Yes, Vachinyemba, you should become. Yes, last time, I remember there's a time I was talking with Mr. Banda before everyone logged in, but then I was in Ndola. He was saying that sometimes your Luvale is somehow like you're not a Luvale. We discussed to say when reading Luvale, it should become sometimes slow so that the words can come out exactly. If you be fast, it will sound as if a different name or a different word when you pronounce it in a fast manner. Yeah, so it should be at least calm and slow when reading Luvale.
Let me try.
Okay.
Kena Vachinyemba, Vakiko, Vatata.
Yes,
Vachinyemba, Ko, Vatata.
Yes, Vachinyemba, Vakiko, Vatata. You have just to be calm and slow so that
Vatata.
yes, so that you can be at a pace of pronouncing them exactly. Although some words in Luvale, they will need to be fast so that they can also be pronounced accordingly. So in this case, but the ones we have today, they have to be slow but sure. Yes, so Madam Kara is still there? Madam Caro?
One.
What is number 1 in English?
Mr. Chinyemba is my father. Or
Okay.
he is the one who is my father.
No, actually, it's Vachinyemba Vakiko Vatata. That is Mr. Chinyemba is my father, or is the one who is my father, is like I've said. So this one now is more like you are telling someone. That's how it is. It's like someone asked you, who is your father? No, Vachinyemba Vakiko Vatata. Vachinyemba Vakiko Vatata. You are now like replying. Maybe someone asked you a question about your father. Who is your father? Like, Mr. Chinyemba, are you still there? Number 2. Yeah, he has left. Okay. Mr. Jackson. Mr. Chinyemba,
No, he's around. He's actually using the wife's mic.
I see. You are using the same. Okay. Yes, Mr. Chinyemba. Give us number 2.
Okay, number 2.
Yes.
Vabatsheba Vakiko Vamama.
Again.
Vabatsheba Vakiko Vamama.
Okay. In English?
Yes. Bathsheba is my mother.
Okay. So, any second or anyone with a different version?
It
Mr.
has
Jackson?
to be Miss. Okay, sorry.
Okay. Carol. Yes, Madam Carol, you're seconding?
Yes, I'm seconding.
Mr. Kasia.
I'm not fully seconding because I'm seconding the way he's read it in Luvale, Baba Sheba Wakiko, Mama, but the English would be because of Baba Sheba. So either Madam or Miss or yes.
So
Yeah,
how?
Madam.
So okay. Give us your translation.
So to be Miss Bathsheba is my mother, or Madam Bathsheba is my mother.
Mulongeshi.
That is the
Yes,
only
Mr.
difference I
Jackson.
have.
Oh, sorry.
Mr. Jackson.
Yes.
Yes.
So that for both of these, Vincikizo Chakavanga na Vincikizo or Chinjikizo Chamu Chivali.
Yes.
If we want to say Mr. Chinyemba is the one who is my father, shouldn't it be Vachinyemba Vakiko Vatata Yami?
Yes. If you say Mr. Chinyemba is the one, as you said, Mr. Chinyemba is the what?
The one who is my father. Because this example, I think, in English, it would be Mr. Chinyemba is the one who is the father. But if you want to say is the one who is my father, you would say Vachinyemba Vakiko Vatata Yami or Yami or Ami. Does that make sense?
Yes. If you add the Yami now, there is this way of saying things. In Luvale, I can say someone can ask me, or I can ask Mr. Jason to say, Mr. Jason, who is your dad? You can just say, no, my dad is Mr. Banda. You see? Oh, your dad is Mr. Banda. Yes. Okay. My dad is Mr. Banda. So now I can say in Luvale, I can also come direct to say Vatata Vabanda. Mr. Banda is my father. Vatata, maybe Chilomba can ask me, Teacher K, vasenu weya or vatata yenu weya? Vatata yenu weya or weya vatata yenu? I can just say Vabanda Vakiko Vatata. I'm just like giving the name of my dad. I'm not trying to saying again then that to give the ownership as mine. No, I'm just giving the name. It's like that person is doubting the name of my dad. That's why I got this sentence. I'm taking it in a shape where someone doesn't know the name of my father, now is asking who is my dad. So I'm just saying direct Vachinyemba Vakiko Vatata. Meaning I'm just saying Mr. Banda is my dad.
So that makes sense.
Though in English to carry my, but in English again you can say, but I can't really put it in English to say Jason is my dad. As I'm more like again disrespecting his, as that ownership of being a dad. You know what I mean? In English, it would be like disrespecting him by just mentioning direct. Jason is my dad. No, but I'll say maybe Mr. Jason is my dad. You see, but in Luvale, I can say Vachinyemba, since I've already respected with Va, meaning I can now mention his real name as Vachinyemba Vakiko Vatata. Meaning I'm just giving a direct answer to say, you are doubting about the name of my dad. Yes, no. Jason Vachiko Vadadi. Meaning Jason, the eldest, maybe the young sister or the young brother or the elder brother to this one. Yes. So he or she will catch up from there. Mr. Jason, you wanted to say something?
Yeah. So I guess I'm just trying to make sure. So the literal translation, word for word, is that Mr. Chinyemba is the one who is the father, but in the context, it's implied that there's ownership. Mr. Chinyemba is the one who is my dad, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. If you will go word by word, I'm just saying Mr. Chinyemba is my dad. but there is a sense of ownership by saying batata, meaning Mr. Chinyemba bakiko batata yami, meaning Mr. Chinyemba is my dad now. We shall put that my, it's also giving that ownership in English. Though in Luvale I have not included it because that man now, the person who was asking me about my dad, he has already put that ownership, like who is your dad? I can't again start saying mine at the end of it like in Luvale, again putting the ownership because I'm more like repeating what he has already asked me because all he wants or all she wants is the name of my dad. Because he has already given me the ownership. Who is your? Meaning the ownership is already on me. All I have to do is just give him the name of that person he or she wants. Any clarity there, Mr. Jason? Okay. So Mr. Chinyemba, you were correct. Vabetsheba bakiko va mama, meaning madam or yes, Madam Betsheba is my mother. Madam Betsheba is my mother, or Miss Betsheba is my mother. Like, so that's the correct translation, like what Mr. Chinyemba has said. Who is there? Mr. Banda.
Emwane.
Number 3.
Number 3, vanatumwale bakiko bambata batata Pwevo likumbi.
Again?
Uncle, vanatumwale bakiko bambata batata Pwevo likumbi.
Vanatu mwale vakiko vambata, not vakiko vambata. Vakiko vambata. Just be slow and calm. Vambata. If you say vambata, it will sound different, like not exactly in a Luvale context. Yeah, yes. So you have to be slow when mentioning it.
So vanatumwale bakiko bambata
Yes.
batata Pwevo likumbi.
Yeah. English?
English, Mr. Uncle Uncle Mwale is the mbata of Aunt Lukumbi, or Lukumbi's aunt. I don't know what mbata is, but Uncle Mwale is Wambata of Aunt Lukumbi. I don't know what mbata is.
Who is here? Who is here? Who is here? Madam Carol.
Mwane.
Are you able to read and translate? And help Mr. Ban,
Vanatumwale
your opponent.
bakiko bambata batata Pwevo likumbi.
Okay.
My uncle, Mr. Mwale, is the one married to my aunt Likumbi.
Yes. So, yes, my uncle Mwale or Uncle Mwale, like in English, you can just start with Uncle Mwale or my uncle, Mr. Mwale, is the one married to my auntie, Madam Likumbi. So that's how it can go. Mr. Banda, so kumbata, bakiko bambata, like is the one married to my aunt, bakiko bambata. Okay?
Okay, I've learned.
Yes. Yes, tasakura chukuma man. Who has not? Mr. Jackson.
Mwane.
Number 4.
Okay. Chinchikizo chamuchiwana.
Yes.
Carol ikie songo yami wa Pwevo.
Again?
Check it out.
Yes.
Carol ikie songo yami wa Pwevo.
In English?
That is, Carol is the one who is my younger sister.
Again?
Carol is the one who is my younger sister.
Okay. Madam Carol, here is your name. Are you supporting Madam? Sorry, are you supporting Mr. Jason?
Yes, I'm Jason's younger sister.
Okay. Mr. Banda, are you supporting?
Yes, Carol is my young sister. Is the one who's my young sister.
Okay. Madam Betsheba, are you still there?
M1.
Number 5. Sorry. Okay. Let me do this. Number 5, the spelling for Khaka is somehow wrong, but you can use the one on top. If you check grandmother, that's Khaka, or grandfather. So that get one of these spelling, Khaka, the one which is on number 5. I had to type it wrongly, but it should read like the one which is on top, which is grandmother, Khaka. The word Khaka there, that's supposed to read also the second one after va. So are you able to read now, number 5?
M1.
Okay.
Vakaka valunga vakiko vabanda.
Again.
Vakaka valunga vakiko vabanda.
Okay, you have read. Wait, Mr. Chinyemba, are you able to translate that?
Amen.
Okay.
Mr. Banda
Translate.
is my grandfather. Is a grandfather.
Again.
Mr. Banda is a grandfather.
Okay. Mr. Mwale, are you still there?
Emane Kongoli.
Okay. With what Mr. Chinyemba has said, are you supporting or you have got your own version?
In the context that it is written, this it's Mr. Vakaka Valunga Vakiko Vabanda. My grandfather is Mr. Banda.
Okay.
So in the context, so I veer off a bit from him.
Sorry?
I veer off a bit from him. It's more or less the same, except that in the context, I see it as my grandfather is Mr. Banda. Vakaka Valunga is
Now,
Mr.
Mata Mali, there is no Yami.
I know, but the context. Otherwise, I would read it. If I were to translate it, if I take out the Yami, I'll be saying Vakaka Valunga, grandfather. Okay. So it will be grandfather. Okay, is supposed to be Mr. Banda, or then I would read it the other way, be saying Mr. Banda is the one who is a grandfather. I would read it the other way, but if I read it straight, I'll be saying grandfather is supposed to be Mr. Banda. But in the context, it as my grandfather is Mr. Banda.
Okay. Kusakira Chikuma. Yeah, actually both of you, I can say you are correct. The way I was putting these words, sorry, these sentences or these questions, they are like you are narrating to someone about the name of your grandparent or your uncle, your dad, your mama, like. So Vakaka Valunga Vakiko Vabanda meaning Mr. Banda is yeah, I can put that ownership in English. Like I said in English, you can't just say Mr. Chinyemba is dad. The sentence it will sound correct, but it will sound like there's no like ownership at some point, or there'll be like maybe the respect has been reduced at some point. You know what I mean? So there's that tally of translation in terms of respect issue when it comes to English or it comes to Luvale. So in short, vakaka walunga vakiko vabanda, meaning Mr. Banda, or yeah, it's like saying my grandpa is Mr. Banda. My grandpa is Mr. Banda. You see, so that's how I can put it. So with the time flying like this, I would love we close from here. Then if there are any questions, you can forward them in the group. Those who may have time to translate this in English, furthermore, or they feel they've got another option translating it, they can do so, and they can inbox any of the teachers or me, and then I'll be able to reply you and correct you. Then I'll write the English version. I'll post it tomorrow in the class. Today I was someone just committed. I came late home. I was held up with some work, so I came late home. I had just to do this work as fast as possible so that I can catch up with you people today. But everything we have translated here is accordingly, and that's how it is. I like the way you are pronouncing Luvale now in terms of reading. At least you are coming up. Everyone is at that stage of now reading Luvale. Although some words are difficult to pronounce, but that's how it is. Even as no one is a master in a language actually, you may be Bemba exactly, but some Luvale, some Bemba words, they may be difficult to pronounce, but you are Bemba yourself. So even that's how Luvale is also. Luvale is being a Luvale doesn't mean that I can pronounce every word correctly. No, someone may fail, someone may do it. So even you, it's the same. Since you are learning a foreign language from your mother tongue, which is a foreign from mother tongue, meaning you have difficulties in pronouncing each time you encounter new words. So that's how it is. So maybe there's any one or two questions before we close, or if not, then we'll meet in the WhatsApp group for any question. Or those who have got private personal question, they can inbox me. I'm able to reply them.
tunakusakilira kuchikuma
twasakula chikuma mwane musabalikana wa myosena
mwane
Wasakura kuchikuma.
twasakula nayetu
asakulirako omwana wa mulongeshi
twasakula chikuma mwane nayetu
n'abakaka ba banda.